Hello, my ravens. Today's video isn't a goofy marketing video or anything. It's actually me being serious, and if I'm being serious, there's something wrong. And well, it's not really anything wrong, but it's just my thoughts on my passion for books. Recently, I took a huge collection up to a place to have a yard sale. It was like 75. Had to be like at least 75 books I've collected over the years. Paperbacks by John Saul, Stephen King, Dean Koontz, Tammy Hogue, Nora Roberts. I mean, huge names and everything, and good books. And it kind of disturbed me that people barely even gave them a passing glance. I ended up selling one paperback book, and uh, it wasn't that nobody bought anything. It's that they didn't even show any interest, and that just disturbs me, because books are my absolute passion. They are one of my meanings in life, and I don't see how people can look so lowly on them. I mean, if I went to somewhere and I found somebody selling books that cheap with the bigger names, the collection I had, I would have wet myself. But it's like, and it also disturbs me, the people that's like, oh, I don't read. How do you not read? I mean, it makes more sense to me if you told me you went out and tried to mate with a tree than for you to tell me you don't like to read. I mean, how does somebody not like to read? I mean, that is my biggest pleasure in life, is reading, because that's one of the things that makes my day go by, is just my opportunity to sit down, even if I read 10 pages or whatever. The written word is sacred to me. I love to just sit down, read a book, drink some iced coffee and everything, and just enjoy going to another world and reading. I mean, I don't know if it's that people have a lack of imagination or a lack of focus or what, but it disturbs me how many people don't read. Now, some people say, oh, well, I read mainly ebooks, which I don't have a problem with that, because I make money that way, which is understandable. But I only use ebooks when I can, personally, because I, like a lot of people, love the feel of a book in my hand, love the smell of a book. The most heavenly smell in the world is a bookstore, like Barnes & Nobles. You walk in, you get that scent of coffee and books, and oh, good Lord, oh. But I cannot stress enough how much books mean to me. Like, seeing books all around, even they're ones I don't read, I appreciate them, It's just like, if I see a book I don't have, I went into a thrift store the other day, and I found Shelter in Place by Nora Roberts. I got it for it and two other paperbacks for $1. I mean, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I am so excited. This is like one of Nora Roberts' newest books, and my God, I got it this cheap. Oh my God. I mean, that was a huge thrill for me. And, but I honestly don't see how people can enjoy reading, because this is one of my passions. I mean, I can literally say, I'm not over dramatizing here. It's one of the things that I live for, because, I can honestly say that if I was living in a cardboard box and I had nothing, just a little bit of food, but I'm surviving, I would still push on just to read books. And I write books, so that's part of it. But not only am I a writer, I'm a reader. I'm both. And you can't be a writer without being a reader. I don't care what anybody says, you can't. That's just kind of my thoughts. It kind of disturbs me how people don't read anymore, especially like old books, like the regular paper books, because you see people, you go into a doctor's store or something, or I'm sorry, not a doctor's store, doctor's office, just somewhere where people are sitting around in the waiting room. You always see on the cell phone, blah, 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 which they could be possibly reading an ebook, you never know. Most of the time they're just playing a game or something. It fascinates me, and usually I have to comment. I'll see somebody that's reading a book, I'm like, hey, what you reading? It's unusual to see somebody reading a book, and I'm like, oh yeah, I love books, and that's just like a bright side of my day. I'm like, somebody still reads, But I just wish more people had the passion for reading that I do. It's really one of the things that I live for. And like next month is May, and Dean Koontz's new Jane Hawk books comes out, the Night Window. That is going to be the highlight of my month. I cannot wait for it to get so I can start reading it and everything, because it just means so much to me. Now, you can call me crazy, I may be the only one, but that's what books mean to me. They're just one of the greatest things in life to me, like one of the top 3 things in my life that I live for. And other people find other things, but for me, that's me, the written word. And I guess there's nothing left to say except go buy my books. I got 5, on Amazon. You see my other videos. They're in ebook form too. And follow me at Chris Snyder 83. And that'll do it for this video. And until next time, happy reading.